28
film session, he's going to point out your faults and what you need to work on, and that's why I think a lot of the players that play for him or the assistant coaches that have come through here appreciate him so much.
He too gave a lot of credit to Pop for being where he was. This is his second full-time head coaching job after spending 3 years in Orlando. Collins was a clean block by Warren, and then on the second effort it rims out as Day'Ron Sharpe just into the game brings down the rebound.
No justice there.
Well, Dan, I also thought it was interesting how he was talking about leadership and how it has to be different from player to player. Talking about Kyrie, that you just can't blanket coach everybody the exact same way.
Right.
Which is why 2 months ago seemed so long ago, but it does in fact take a while to build a culture. And quietly, when it seemed like there was no hope here, they got it done.
Sharpe over the top of the block on Zach Collins. Durant in transition. The trailer, Patty Mills. Joe Harris also into the game for the Nets as well for the first time. Harris averaging 8 points in his 29 appearances this season. Durant sizing up Collins, puts it over him for three. Sharpe fighting for the rebound along with Doug McDermott just into the game as well. McDermott wins the battle.
It's a minor victory there again.
Another turnover by the Spurs. They've been careless with the basketball here in the opening quarter. And Joe Harris, always a good three-point shooter, will make him pay at the other end.
You got a three-point champion. I mean, he's a guy who won the three-point shooting contest, so he could look like that. He's going to hit nothing but the bottom.
It's 38% this season as Malachi Branham scores at the other end. That's going to go out of bounds, I believe, off calling against Brooklyn. No, they're going to send it the other way. With an easy Ransom, corrects himself and gives the ball to the Spurs. The turnover on the Nets is their third of the game. McDermott spots Collins, backing his way in, uses the left hand over T.J. Warren and scores.
They weren't successful the last two times trying to throw the basketball into him. That time, well executed, and Zach does a great job putting T.J. Warren on his back, falls through that lefty shot off the glass.
That's good defense at the rim there by Collins, sizing up Day'Ron Sharpe. Oh, nice Euro step by Josh Richardson, and he uses the right hand for two.
Beautiful execution there from Josh. I love it. I love the fact that he's out there pushing the pace. And look at the deny on Kevin Durant.
Richardson averaging 10 points this season. T.J. Warren, a little floater from the elbow is good.
Bubble Warren right there, like you said.
14th overall pick by the Suns back in 2014.
I hope that doesn't stick as a nickname for anybody.
Devin Vassell back into the game, finds Malachi Branham, and Branham cans the triple from the corner. Malachi Branham over his last 8 games, 45% from downtown, 11 of 24 coming into tonight, 30% overall for the season.
Great teamwork there. Devin Vassell is penetrating along the baseline on the right side. Malachi Branham slides to the corner on the left.
It's good defense by Devin Vassell after Durant tried to fend him off. Spurs back within 10. 7-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Malachi can win this battle right here against Harris. Or Patty Mills for that matter, either one.
Kicks it over to Jay Rich for three. Patty will bring down the rebound. 6 seconds left. Patty sprints up the court to Joe Harris. Gets McDermott off his feet, and Joe Harris puts it in with 1/10 of a second left on the clock.
Well, he's not just a three-point shooter. Nice ball fake, works himself into an easier shot.
Nets get 37 in the opening quarter, 15 from Kyrie Irving, who was 6 of 6 from the field. Spurs trying to do their part to keep up with the Nets. Malachi Branham, Zach Collins, and Josh Richardson all trying to do their part. Second quarter coming up next.
The deal. They each have their own Brooklyn Nets player, Fathead. They have to pass it as quickly as they can down the row and back to claim the beanies. You guys ready? We go in 3, 2, 1. Let the games commence. Oh, man. They are going quickly. Kyrie is on the move. We got to pass it back, though. KD is catching up. KD is catching up. Row 5, come on. All right, I think we have a winner here. Kyrie in row 15 going home with those beanies. Thanks so much for playing Nets Row Race.
And they stay there. And they say yeah. And they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air.
Cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky. Make it in my folks locked down. I never went nowhere. What they say, the hood call me yak. And I'm on this foolish track. So I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down. Like strippers' booties go. My verses still be serving. Tight like a million.
I can't deny it. I'm a rider. You don't wanna with me.
Yeah.
Got skills in the trunk with me. Switching lanes to a buck with me.
That's right.
I can't deny it. I'm a rider. You don't wanna bang with me.
Yeah.
And you know I brought my gang with me.
Okay.
Truth, I got my thing.
Yeah.
One, let's go!
37-25. Net shoots 64% in that opening quarter, 16 of 25. Knocked down 4 threes. Spurs 47% in that first quarter, 11 of 23. Spurs led by Keldon Johnson, who had 6-5 from Sohan and 5 off the bench from Malachi Branham. And another turnover by the Spurs on the opening possession. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll remain Nets basketball.
Now that should have been a bucket for the Nets there. Ben Simmons gets a little too fancy with that pass, trying to give it up also too early in the break.
Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Malachi Branham, Zach Collins, and Doug McDermott out on the floor here to start period number 2. Joe Harris coming off the screen for 3, leaves this one a little bit short and off the mark.
Let's give credit to Devin. He continued to fight over the top of that screen and got into Harris's vision. They just allow him to settle and look at that three-point shot all night.
Harris, Simmons, Kyrie Irving, Seth Curry, Joe Harris, and Yuta Watanabe, who you may not know is the #1 three-point shooter in the NBA right now.
Yeah, I know. He got on the hot streak for sure. And they started comparing him to Seth Curry. I was like, wait a minute.
Let the man have his moment in the sun.
Yeah, exactly. Let him be Watanabe.
I love it.
Vassell spins away from Watanabe, goes underneath, kicks it out. Malachi Branham for 3, leaves it short. Kyrie Irving. And here's Seth Curry.
Oh.
Never see that happen from a Curry.
That might show you like he's not as confident as he should be right now.
He's shooting 38%.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, as good as he shoots the ball, I'm shocked he didn't let that fly.
Collins off the mark. Kyrie brings down the rebound. Kyrie, by the way, after that last bucket, 7 of 7. He's not hesitating there, Sean, and it's off the back iron. Long rebound to Irving.
Would you hesitate if you were Kyrie Irving?
Not a chance.
No, gosh, no.
Kyrie finally misses his first shot. Good job, Michelle. You jinxed
Welcome.
him there.
You are welcome.
Backdoor cut by Trey Jones. Into the corner is Branham. Back to Trey. Watanabe in his face. Trey leaves the 3 a little bit short. Into the rebound to Ben Simmons. Simmons' second rebound. Watanabe to the cup and scores.
Ooh, boy.
That scouting report wasn't there on Yuta Watanabe.
You didn't tell us that, Dan.
No. And no offense to Yuta Watanabe, but really all we knew about him for the last 2 seasons was the unfortunate recipient of the Anthony Edwards dunk from 2 years ago.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That was a moment. Probably what made him such a great shooter this year.
Right.
He's been angry
He
this
just kept
entire
watching that. There he goes, and on cue drains the 3.
It's a sweet stroke right there. So got him to the paint last time down the floor. He just gives you a ball fake. You have to honor it.
He's the only three-point shooter in the NBA shooting above 50%. 51 now for the season. Collins of the offensive rebound and knocked out of his hands. The Spurs are just having all sorts of issues here tonight in the first half. Curry putting the moves on Branham. Watanabe. Now to Kyrie Irving with 10 on the shot clock.
Just make them all shooters. Don't allow them to get in the paint.
Watanabe flashing the moves himself. No, Kyrie